Creed 3. Wow. What a movie. I mean, February sucked this year for movies. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It was really tough to get through February, but I was hoping for March to be a better month for movies, but man, did it start off with a just fantastic note. Creed 3. Hey guys, my name is Brandon, aka the Brando Critic. Thank you guys so much for being here today. I really do appreciate it. I was able to see Creed 3 in theaters. I'm here to give you my honest, no BS, non-spoiler review for you today and tell you if it's worth a watch. So make sure that you guys stick around to the end of the video so that you guys know my rating of the film, or else you might be going into a film that might not be right for you. But if you guys have seen Creed 3, then let me know your thoughts down in the comment section down below. Now, let's get started. So Creed 3 is directed by Michael B. Jordan himself, his very first movie in the director's chair. My God. And it stars Michael B. Jordan, Jonathan Majors, and Tessa Thompson. And the story is an old boxing friend of Adonis Creed is released from prison and he wants a shot at the heavyweight title. So what are my thoughts on this movie? Well, guys, this movie is spectacular. Like, it is absolutely amazing. For me personally, I've always liked the Rocky movies. I haven't seen them in ages, and I've liked all of the Creed movies too, but I think this one might have to be my favorite out of all of them. Seriously. Like, that is very, very high praise, and I think that this film actually deserves it. And the number one reason why I believe it deserves all that praise is because it puts the characters first. What a novel concept, huh? This movie takes its sweet ass time to establish who our characters are, where they are in the world and where they are in their personal development, what they want, and why these obstacles will affect them so much. Add all this together and we care about the characters. We care about the story. And the plot has stakes. Everything in this movie has weight to it because it will affect the characters that we care about. It's so simple, right? Isn't that what every movie should have? Characters that we care about and a story that things will happen in it where it will affect our characters and we don't want bad things to happen to our characters. Right? But this movie did a masterful job at all of that. But what are those obstacles I keep talking about? Well, the villain, Jonathan Majors as Damien Anderson. Now, I've talked about this concept before in other videos, but I want to bring it up again here, and it's something that I learned in film school about how to make a very compelling villain. There are 3 tricks to make a villain compelling and 1 trick to make them effective. So why is Jonathan Majors compelling as Damien Anderson? Reason number 1, they genuinely think that they are the hero. They think they are the good guy. Now, no spoilers. I will not spoil what happens in this movie, even though it is a boxing movie. You can kind of piece together what's going to happen, but it's the details and the character story that is the real part of the movie. That's the thing that you can't really predict. So no real spoilers, but Damien was in prison for a very, very long time, and he was an amazing boxer beforehand. Now that he's out of prison, he wants a chance to really show himself and prove to the world that he is the best boxer in the world. And I won't spoil it, but once you understand the reason why he has dislike for Adonis Creed, you understand it, which makes him much more of an interesting character, not just a professional bad guy. Reason number 2, they are powerful, more powerful in fact than our hero. Jonathan Majors in this movie is huge. He is a beast, and he is a great and mean fighter. And you're thinking to yourself, can Adonis Creed defeat him? One thing I really don't like about movies, certain movies that is when they have a villain where they are all talk but no walk, meaning they try to show how bombastic and how much more powerful they are than our hero, and yet you're thinking to yourself, our hero can easily defeat this guy. There's no engagement, there's no stakes, there's no weight, there's no energy, there's no spunk, there's no movie magic there. You're just kind of waiting for it to be over. Not here. Jonathan Majors as Damien Anderson is one tough opponent. And number 3 is that they have a close relationship with our hero. Adonis Creed and Damien Anderson, they grew up together. They share some childhood trauma. And for the first time in a Rocky movie, at least I'm trying to think back in the other movies, this story really does focus on the brother angle. They're not related, but they do share a childhood bond. And I don't think, off the top of my head, we've actually seen that in a Rocky movie. It's been a while since I've seen the movies, I will admit that. It just adds another level of tension. Our hero and villain are linked in certain ways. Well, you know, the perfect example, of course, is Star Wars, but there is a connection between them. Oh, and by the way, guys, if you guys are liking this video so far, hit the like button. I would really appreciate it. So that's how to make him compelling. But what about effective? And it's very simple. Make the audience hate the villain. Again, no spoilers, but when Damien gets a taste of power in this movie, he turns into a monster. He exploits it. He becomes the most alpha of alpha males, where alpha isn't alpha enough. And you see how he talks, and you see how he acts once he gets this power, and you just want to wipe that stupid, smug look off his face. You know the look I'm talking about. If you see this movie and you hate the villain, you know exactly what I'm talking about here. Nothing against Jonathan Majors' face. He's a very good looking dude, and he's a very great actor, but I'm talking about the character here. you hate him. And everything that I just said, this makes everything feel more important. Emphasis on the word feel. This movie made me feel, and that's what movies are supposed to do. And I'm really reiterating this because like this year has sucked for movies, and I understand January and February don't really have good movies. I understand that, but it is so refreshing to actually feel something in a movie on the big screen again. And a bonus for the story is that it goes back in time, aka we bring up things from our character's past, and it doesn't really step on the toes of the other movies. Like, retconning is not really an issue here. This isn't Transformers. But those are the 3 levels of the movie cake: character, story, emotion. This movie has all of that. So of course you have the action and the comedy as the icing on the cake, and the fights in this movie are fantastic as well. This is a perfect cake, but it's cinematic also. This movie also looks gorgeous, but it doesn't look gorgeous just for the sake of looking gorgeous. There aren't like neon colors because, oh, those look cool and I think people would like to see it. The cinematography also serves the story. There's one shot in particular, and I won't spoil it, where I had to write it down. I'm going like, my God, this movie looks amazing, but yet the reason why it's shot like this is to show the inner turmoil of both characters and how they're connected. The cinematography and the score also adds more to the story. It's not just, oh, well, we need an epic score because it's a boxing movie. No, the score and the cinematography really does fit the emotions and the drama of the characters. But on top of that though, like the score is like too epic. Just too epic for a movie like this, which is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It was emotional. Like, I cried and it got emotional out of nowhere, but it fits with the story, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for this. And it made me leave the theater feeling so uplifted and so motivated. I feel like I could do anything after watching Creed 3. And there were many, many, many lines that some people might, you know, complain that they're cheesy. A lot of sports dialogue about letting go of the past, being present in the moment, forgiving yourself for past mistakes so that you finally believe that you deserve the life that you earned. Like, all of it. It's just absolutely sensational. 5 out of 5 for Creed 3, and I love giving out this rating. I don't give it out very often. I wish I did, but I save that rating for the movies that really hit me in the feels, if you want to say that. And yeah, guys, like, I'll be honest, doing this channel over the last month and a bit has been very discouraging. The movies have sucked. The numbers haven't been there. I've also gotten sick, like really badly sick twice, so I was like out of commission as well. And I'm just thinking to myself, how much longer can I do this? You know what I mean? And then a movie like Creed 3 comes along, and it's a new month, a new movie, a movie that makes me feel uplifted, motivated. March is gonna be a better month. Movies are supposed to change you. Creed 3 did that, and it did it in spades. And I mean, I gotta rewatch them all again, but I do think this is my favorite Rocky movie, or Creed movie, or you know, the entire franchise. I think Creed 3 is my favorite. But in terms of a villain though, while Damian Anderson is amazing, I still have that soft spot for Ivan Drago. I mean, when I saw that movie as a kid, I was like pacing around the room. I hated him so much. I'm like, how in the world can Rocky defeat him? I've never been affected like that from a villain ever. Pure nostalgia speaking, I'll give it to Ivan Drago, but I mean, from a objective, there isn't one, but from an objective standpoint, yeah, you gotta go with Damian Anderson. He was amazing. And this movie's amazing. Check it out. So anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, then definitely hit like and subscribe. I really do appreciate it. Every single one of you guys who's watched this video and who's watched any one of my videos before, thank you guys so much. And I also want to give a shout out to my Patreon members. If you want to join the community, the link is down below. We do monthly watch along movie nights. We do monthly video calls. You guys get to see content early, and I give you guys movies every single month. So if that interests you, then join the family of Patreon members down in the description box below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.